Chi students in Devon, it's not unusual to start the day enjoying the exchange of early morning dewdrops. It's often their first experience of how important the element of water is to this ancient Chinese art.
Well done, well done. You got another big one?
For the past 6 years, on a nearby moorland river, Peter's been teaching his unique brand of Aqua Tai Chi to thousands of people who visit him, seeking a way to find happiness and healing.
Tai Chi is literally translated as the river of energy which flows without limits. In essence, it's a philosophical idea which connects to yin and yang and balancing the yin, which is a feminine, receptive, with the yang, that's a masculine, assertive. So we need the balance of both to find our sense of balance and calm and peace and health.
And Peter believes there are benefits for everyday life too.
The most important question is, how do you use the minimum effort to achieve the maximum result? So if you use your shoulder to push like this, you're using effort from the shoulders and not from the center. So the feeling of the center connected to the elbows is very important. The feeling of movement is coming from the center and then connect to the vacuum cleaner. The same question comes up about ironing, which is how do you iron with the minimum effort? So you put one leg underneath the ironing board and shifting the weight to the front and shifting your weight to the back, for example. Just relax the fingers holding on the iron. It can be a really, really nice and enjoyable activity. I had a student who said the wife does all the ironing. I said, good, don't come back to the class next week until you've done ironing. The following week he came back, he said, the wife and I are fighting because I want to do ironing and she also wants to do ironing. And he was showing to me, look, this is what I've done, and I love ironing now. I said, good, very good. So that's the story of Tai Chi and household activity. I was very inspired by some of the stories of people who have benefited from practicing Tai Chi, good for their health. And so I went and learned with Master Huang at 16. But the key word that came to me was, we often think about problems and...
Peter's been practicing Tai Chi now for more than 30 years, but it didn't take him long to spot a fundamental flaw in the way it was being taught in this country.
I discovered that the heart of Tai Chi was missing in the West, okay? And how do I know that? Because the physical body movement itself was very, very rigid. Even though they say it's graceful, for example, the fingers do not move when they practice Tai Chi in the West. Why? Because their teacher taught them to do it like this. Okay? Very nice. But what happened to the fingers? Have they got super glue stuck together or what? that I don't understand why they are so rigid. And so I realized that the philosophy of fluidity of the real original Tai Chi spirit was gone.
Peter needed to find a way to help people discover this fluidity for themselves. Then, sitting by a river one day, he had the idea of teaching in the water.
Aqua Tai Chi is based on the fact that the water element is the easiest path to enlightenment according to Chinese philosophy. And my understanding is because your body and my body and everyone's body, whether you're Eskimo or Chinese or American or English, you are made of more than 70% of fluidity. So they say you can find the natural sense of equilibrium by being fluid. And they say that water, which is what Tai Chi originally connects to, allow you to understand directly, perceive directly how to overcome your problems. And I've seen so many people transform the most difficult feelings. And therefore, Aqua Tai Chi is much more than a set of exercises. So, first movement. So all this time you're connecting to the center of your body as you're moving it. Second movement. Now, there's also another level of working with water, which is healing. And we have seen so many people experience healing when they actually go into the water, because the healing energy stays in the water. So the feeling of circle.
Liz has suffered from ME and chronic fatigue syndrome for the past 3 years. Peter's methods have dramatically improved her health.
As soon as I came, I felt a most beautiful calm and peace. And I felt the river is my friend, and I could feel the water through my toes and over my feet. And at the beginning, when Choy asked us to be very still and to just be with nature's spirits, I looked down into the river and I saw the colours of the stones, but then I saw a kind of river within the river, a little stream that was kind of iridescent purple, just flowing kind of through my ankles and on, and it was beautiful.
Breathe in even deeper. And take a pause before you breathe out, and let the chi flow through you again into the water. You look amazing, really beautiful energy flowing through you all. And thanks to the nature spirits present with us too. You connect to your breathing. You connect to your heartbeat listening, and your internal rhythm starts to resonate and harmonize with the external rhythm in the river. And then the exercises of Tai Chi become meaningful.
I'm just absolutely overjoyed to be in the water and not swimming tentatively and hesitantly, but to just, it was just so exhilarating, and I was just free again, and it was just beautiful.
Lots of people come to the river and enjoy themselves, and if they actually realize that there's another wonderful activity they can share to get health, to get energy, vitality, is just slow down. Because there's so much you can learn from water. This is the best teacher you can ever find, the best textbook, the best video you can ever buy. And it's all free.